Promiňte, s tímhle nepomůžu.
We've got a bit of time before we get to the Neon Lab. It's underneath the Zelen apartment block, the same apartment block we started out in. That actually highlights something else about the Prague hub area I wanted to talk about. It seems every square inch of the map has a purpose. Nothing is left to waste. I see this as sort of a double-edged sword. In terms of game design, it's great. Today's open world games, even the better ones, have this tendency to create a mountain of content with little to no substance. Hundreds of square miles to explore, but with naff all to do in them. Prague, or rather Mankind Divided, doesn't really have that problem. It has that exploration element to it, but now odds are you'll bumble into a side quest or you'll come across a secret or alternative route. In terms of suspending disbelief though, it can get a little ridiculous at times. A good example of what I mean are the side quests we've just finished, the Samizdat and the Neon Knights quests. At one point, both side quests took me to the same apartment building. Different apartments, mind you, but still. The game wants us to believe this story is taking place in the bustling European city of Prague, but this city only seems to be a couple of square miles in size, and as a result, these hackers and drug dealers just so happen to be neighbours. The upside to this is at least the majority of your time isn't spent in some sort of dreary commute. And it's not like I want a massive open world in Deus Ex. I think this sort of condensed sandbox design is better for a game with this kind of story and setting. It just seems like an impossible sweet spot to hit. You want to give your players freedom to tackle problems or play the game however they want, but at the same time, you want to maintain the pacing of your story.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there. Credits up front.
Before heading down into the sewers, let's sell some more of this loot. We'll also pick up some crafting parts while we're here. That's another commodity that will only be helpful later on.
Yes, good choice. Dars is the man. He'll set you up.
What do you mean he's being manipulated? I don't know exactly, but someone saw him. In the sewers. At the mercy of a man's voice. A cult of some kind? They say there is a resurgence.
A locked door with a turret on guard. This looks like the place. Oh, I wonder if there's anything in that safe there. is a message between two Diwali gangsters. It seems they've picked up on some of their products disappearing and have changed the passwords to the security hub as a result. Very useful information. Let's test it out on this turret here. Our hacking skills aren't up to snuff to deal with turrets. Oh well, it's not like this one is impossible to avoid or anything.
Tempting to try the neon. I should not.
It is good and safe on my end. Might have a partial here.
All in all, 6 hostiles in here, and some nervous scientists. We're not completely outnumbered, but let's keep a low profile for now.
Reminds me of that oral cemetery song.
I was talking about some keep going. First of all, let me get this out of the way.
Yes, of course they won't forget the vodka. Over there. Need to relax.
What happened that fateful day in 2027 was beyond terror any of us has ever seen.
What the fuck is wrong?
What do you know? Another security hub. That password is paying off after all. Let's disable some cameras first. Huh. That looks pretty important. If we're here to stop the neon production, I bet that has something to do with it.
What the fuck is Swan cleaning?
Have to get this back to the lab. How are the reactors holding up? I checked the pressure valve an hour ago. Everything is fine. We're ramping up too fast. We should slow down. We should be testing more. What more is there to test? People love neon. Now that job is the best. We have a partial here.
Just as they should be.
Get ready to escort the killers out of here.
Okay, so this panel is inactive. Could this have something to do with it? Yeah, it does. We can use biocells to charge these things up. Good thing we're sitting on a stockpile right now.
Access granted. It's done. No more synthesis. No more neon.
Okay, we're done here. Let's clear out the rest of these gangsters for a little bit of extra experience.
Keep your eye on. Was that you?
Just leave me alone. I never did anything hard. Let me know if we need an ambulance. Find it, and I will end it. No! Tell them I was brave.
What was that?
What a shitty day. Tell them I was brave. No hiding now.
Oh, that was a close one. But overall, that went pretty well. These guys got anything worth taking?
Oh God! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! I never did anything good. Tell them I was brave. Please, I have money. Do not kill me, please. I'm begging you. Tell them I was brave. I have children.
Well, there we go. Another quest done, another manhole to crawl out of. Let's go sell this stuff we've just picked up, make a bit more money.
Oh, great. My favorite dog. You want to buy?
I think I'll invest in a laser sight as well. We can attach this to the stun gun.
Was that all? Come on, I can tell you have more credits.
While we're back here, let's give our old pal Sharef a ring, see what he knows about these new augments. This conversation also hints at Adam's whereabouts between now and the previous game, although I wouldn't be surprised if this is explored even more in DLC to come.
Adam, thanks for calling me back, son. I heard about the bombing in Prague. It's all...
I'm not interested in your sympathy, Sharef. We've got more important things to discuss. Like my doctor finding dormant augs hidden in my system.
What?
Dormant experimental augs. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Adam, you know the decisions I made for you 2 years ago.
Yes or no?
No! All the work we did on you was above board. You have my word on that. What exactly did you find?
Experimental test augs spliced into my system. Kohler said something about a neodymium shell. Who would have designed something like that?
God, you've got a Titan aug? It's impossible. It was just a concept.
You just said this wasn't you.
It wasn't. The DoD showed me schematics 3 years ago and asked me if I thought it could work. It was designed by somebody else, Vadim Orlov. Megan and I interviewed him once, but he wouldn't have fit in.
Orlov? Sounds Russian. Who is he? Why wouldn't he have fit in?
He was supposed to be a boy wonder, neuroscience prodigy. Got his master's degree in Moscow, post-grad in the US. His grades were off the chart, but his theories were sketchy at times. Megan said his ethics were questionable.
Megan? Megan Reed said that? The woman who gave you my DNA to experiment with?
We didn't hire him, Adam. 2 minutes into the interview, and I could tell Orloff didn't like his ideas being challenged by anyone. Least of all, a strong woman like your ex.
We've got to find this guy.
Adam, let me track him down for you. I'm leaving for London soon. I've got meetings with Nathaniel Brown and the Santo group there. But I can make phone calls, reach out to people. Sarif Industries may be gone, but my name still carries weight in certain circles.
Do it. Contact me by InfoLink when you have something.
I won't let you down on this. I never felt right about losing touch with you after Panchea. When I heard you'd shown up in Detroit alive a year after everyone thought you were dead. Why didn't you get in touch with us?
I couldn't. Rescue crews pulled me out of the ocean and dumped me in a clinic in Alaska. Nobody knew who I was. For a long time, neither did I.
My God, son, you don't think... I mean, that could have been when...
Find Orlov, Sarif. I've got questions I need answered.
I will, I promise. I'll call you.